Hello everybody, Burhaan again. And in the last episode I had a major train issue. So I went ahead and completed a double track system where it's basically one track allows the trains to go in one direction and the other side of the track allows the trains to go in the other direction. And then I had to like mess around with signals, etc., etc. And I basically just continued playing. I connected up. So obviously I had more barrels made. I automated barrels. I had some factories. Basically, I put an assembly machine to basically build more. And then I started working on more more iron ore because the iron ore was an issue. We got to a point. We got to a point where it's basically affecting the entire production. Now there's enough plastic, or there is some plastic, but there is not enough actual iron ore to sort of just have things work in a way that the factory is sustaining itself. So what I'm doing is I managed to clear out the byte base that was basically here. It was basically over here, and I cleared them out basically. How many times can you say basically? So I cleared them out. I ran out of power poles. I just went back to the factory to pick up some stuff. I don't have any copper on me. I think the next time I go back to base I need to get some more copper. I think there could be a problem where I'm actually not copper is not actually on the lines to create, so I don't have any electricity up here at this new station, but I am able to create the stop, I believe, and actually have the trains working. So what actually happens is the train is coming up. So what I want to do is I want the train to stop right there, and that's the wagon where the thing's gonna happen, and I'm basically just gonna load up with 4 inserters, 1 2 3 4. I'm gonna be using the same line, or the same 3 4 5 6 7 8. I'm going to be using exactly the same train that we have right now for iron, purely because, well, actually I think I'm going to put on another train. So that's going to be like that. I'm going to have blue belt, or let's have 50. So let's use this. I've put down all the miners that I need already, so that's good. I used my shotgun to clear the trees. The tree situation is a huge, like, I wouldn't say it's a problem for me, but it's just something to deal with. I'm gonna have that one come down. So all of these basically ran out of belt there now, so let's just start filling in with we don't need any belt there, we need belt here, and let's have this guy go around. So I'm gonna have these two go up here. Oh, there's a and these going this way. Do not stand on the belt. You will get sucked into. I don't know if this is the most efficient way, but it'll probably work. Let's do exactly the same thing here. Oops, we don't need to go for so far. Let's go that way, and that way. It's almost like we're creating a loop. Okay, so basically that's done. Let's do this. This is going to be iron supply depot 2. It's the second one we've created. And can we build a locomotive? We can. And to, so I'm just going to put down a new train. Let's have you down there, and good. We finally got some research done, which means we finally got enough coal in. Okay, so you're going to go to iron supply depot 2, and you're going to go to iron depot 2 for, we're just going to do 30 seconds, so let's go 15 and 15. We don't have to worry about fuel because it will basically have fuel. Good. I'm going to go back to the base now quickly with the train. Let's just basically make sure that the route is working. I need to put some turrets up there. I need to bring in some ammo. So you can see the factory up on my left hand side. She should actually stop and wait. The next train should stop and wait. Good. Made it through there alive. I don't actually know why I have this loop going down at the bottom here, but yeah, I guess that's fine. Good. So let's just get some supplies. We should get some more train tracks. Let's get some copper. Yeah, you see the robots didn't bring me any copper, so it's definitely not something that's on the line. Let me add it right now. Request a chest, provider chest, passive provider, somewhere where there's power. Let's put it over here. No, I don't want to have to do an extra. Just limited to that amount. It's basically just for me, so that's good. I think that's enough. Let's build a few power poles, so we've got those handy. And obviously, as you can see, you know, the iron situation is quite bad, so as soon as we get up there, I'm a little scared to drive this car, because the last time I drove a car, I destroyed it, along with a whole lot of stuff. So I'm going to be extra careful, trying not to, no, let's not drive on the train tracks, because that is exactly what happened the last time. This is also a really bad intersection to be driving on, but that's okay. We made it through, and we also learned not to race the train. Okay, the driving situation needs to improve. Good. Okay, so we should have actually placed the power poles while we were driving. I'm now making us, where am I standing? Okay, we have one over there, so let's just, oh yeah, let's pick it up. Looks like a good spot, so we can actually run it straight to the factory. Just connect it up here, one line, and we need to hook up the inserters. And I think a substation will do that job quite well. I did build one. I built a few. Good, let's just put the substation over here, the long reach. Where am I standing? I'm standing in the trees and I'm trying to place a substation. Good, I think that'll be okay. Those chests are now going to fill up. There's nothing coming down this line. Obviously, because there's no... There aren't any mining drills, basically just 3 belts. Good, I think that'll be okay for now. We could probably put a splitter in over here and have these excuse me, come down this way. Yep, I did say we need some turrets, so let's just put a bunch down. I feel like they could potentially come through the trees. I also realize that it's a long way away to actually protect, but you know, that's just the situation right now. Let's just do a few here. One thing about laser turrets is that, you know, the laser turrets don't need a constant attention. Shotgun, laser turrets. I do remember there was something that I needed to do, which was I'm not sure. Rocket damage. Yeah, let's just knock that out. Good, so these chests are gonna fill up. I'm gonna go back to the base. So this iron deposit obviously is not gonna be enough. It's not gonna sustain us for a long time. That's just how it's gonna be. Just get some of these repair packs into repair packs. 50. I just put all 100 in here. Can get repairing stuff. Oh wow, this base. There's a base right here. I only have one gun on me. Oops. Alrighty then. Copper train that's moving. There's a few mining drills here that have... Oh good. So he's picked up about 768. He's obviously waiting a very short time. Just go back a bit. Few mining drills here that have emptied out, so that's good. That shows a bit of progress. We've also got a little bit of an unmined patch over there. Extremely fearful of now driving over the train lines. Good, that tree was most definitely in the way. Okay. This is the only car that I have for now. And it doesn't have anything in it, so let's actually put it a little closer so that she gets loaded up with some stuff. It's going to be good, and it's also going to keep the factory pretty busy. Iron is now kind of coming in. It will most definitely help with production. However, most of the green circuits are going to go into... There's not enough going up to red advanced circuits. I call them red circuits, red advanced circuits. Rocket damage happening very, very slowly. Of course, we're not making any green because we don't have any inserters, and we don't have any inserters because where do the actual inserters come from? Inserters come from so passive provider, it's going into there. Inserters, that's belt. Where did I make my inserters? Inserter production is way over here. Do we just have the one machine making inserters for all of these green science packs? Is that correct? We need one inserter every 6 seconds. So we need one inserter, and this gets made every half a second. So every second is 2. But of course, there's not enough iron. So actually, there should be like 3 of those machines making inserters. I mean, ideally that is what it should be. The problem is iron. There should definitely be 3 machines there. Steel is not so much of an issue. It's good. There's only like 2 machines actually making steel, or maybe 8 machines making steel, so that's fine. Iron is coming out nicely. It's not going in nicely. Obviously the oil situation is a definite situation to be concerned about. Yeah, this doesn't need to be there, and this doesn't need to be there because whoops. Okay, let's fix this while we're at it. Let's do this. I just want to like have this run in a way that makes a little bit more sense, even if it goes up a bit and then like over here. There we go. So now you can run. That looks a little neater too. Let's put a signal over there. Let's put a signal over there. Sorry, train. Did you just stop in the middle of like nowhere? Sorry, fella. Single block, single block. There we go. That's a lot better. It's also a lot more direct route for you guys. Good. You're not going to slow down as much when you're turning. Okie dokie. I really do like this design. Like this train stop actually worked out very, very nicely. And in fact, we could probably, yeah, I mean, of course, we could do it better. You know, I think this back-to-back station in terms of having two is just too much. This signal could probably move forward a little bit so that this coal can, oh well, he needs to go down here anyway. It's fine. Just for something curious, we can't offload two at a time because when there's a train in here, so let's see, maybe if we put a signal, if we put the signal there, okay, he's gonna offload. Let's see what he does. We need another signal. Here. A signal on the actual stop. Is that correct? Am I seeing that correctly? It looks like it's like almost built into, but it's before. It's after. Okay. Let's just wait here. I just want to see what happens. See if these two iron trains can actually drop off at the same time. They should arrive back at here we go. There we go. So you're stopped. This signal says stop. Good. So they can actually offload now at the same time. That's gonna help. Okay. And everybody's offloading at the same time, or they're offloading pretty quickly. Copper is enough. We have enough copper supply. The next iron train is already back, and he's stopping there. Okay, that's interesting. But he stops pretty quickly. He's pretty quick. Good. Okay, now there's a little bit of congestion because two copper trains standing at the same time, or one wants to offload. Okay, good. How much are you actually carrying? One barrel. You literally brought in one barrel. Oh my word. That is insanity. And you're only holding 4. Okay. Yeah, so this is interesting. you know, it's very cyclical. You can see the blue graph kind of moving up and down. But obviously, this was since we brought in the next train, we're definitely like increasing in production, or we are getting more iron in. So that's good. Copper is also kind of like cyclical, but I think that's based on iron. So as more iron gets used, then the more circuits getting made. Circuits is the red line. So that's it's definitely a trend to look at. Something I noticed though is that the red circuit line is increasing and then it's decreasing. It's going up and then down, up and then down. So it's definitely a need there. We could possibly repurpose one of the iron trains to go to the new iron depot. Of course, I'm now filling up the car with ammo. So obviously the ammo production is going to be insane right now. This chest is not limited. Should definitely limit that. So that it gets used up. Car has got a ton of ammo now. For whatever reason, we haven't loaded up any guns. So let's grab those. Oh, we don't want to do that. We don't want to. Oh, Q. We've got the 50 guns in there now. Let's actually move this car so that it doesn't deplete the factory too much. Deplete the supplies of the factory too much. What's happened with our module production? I suspect that we only have, yeah, that's what I thought. We did not limit any of these chests, and of course module production is basically 0. We have made zip all. Okay, so this setup is definitely not working. We need to get more iron. Obviously, efficiency modules here are lacking. Efficiency modules are looking for blue circuits, blue circuits looking for green circuits. It's just a constant backlog. Of course, blue circuits are used in more than one thing. But yeah. It's definitely an interesting thing to watch, like to see things moving in, coming into the factory, noticing trends, understanding what you've built, remembering where you've built things, remembering if you've actually built things, and try to establish like a rhythm of things going on, supply and demand, etc., etc. So this is the little iron outpost that we created a little earlier on. I'm definitely targeting this massive, I wouldn't say it's massive, it's maybe 3 times the size of this one. That's going to be definitely a few more mining drills there. And then of course there's this little one here, which I think we should probably do next. This train station was definitely an interesting one. Obviously, because I'm driving, the return path is this way on this side of the track. I had to, because the stations are situated on this side, I had to loop this back in an X, and so the signaling here was pretty interesting. There's obviously a lot of biters fighting over here because of this biter base. I see there's 2 oil outposts over here, so maybe I'm gonna get I'll go clear that up. I need to clear this guy up, clear this guy up too. So the factory is definitely expanding in terms of the mini bases or the mini sort of, supplies. I've currently got 2 trains going here, 1 train going over here. I think I'm going to have 2 trains going to this section, and then maybe this oil and these 2 oil I can combine to barrel up in this sort of situation, in this like spot. Have the same oil just go collect, maybe come here, collect, collect, and then go back, because the barreling is quick and the offloading is quick. So that's definitely something to consider. I'm not gonna get, like, this is fairly end game type of stuff, because I've basically researched almost everything. I've got, like, a couple of these rocket things to go through, and then it's just follow a robot counts, right? Which is not really that important right now. Discharge defense, which is obviously using the rocket. Fusion reactors is basically the last one. I could actually do that right now. I was looking for the fusion reactor. I could start that right now. It's gonna be slow, purely because blue science is not being produced as fast as I'd like. Green science too, also not making as quick as I'd like. But having said that, I think this factory is doing a fair bit of stuff. I'm fairly happy with it, except for the fact that we're just running out of supplies. The interesting thing is, I'm basically totally reliant on trains now for copper and iron and coal. This coal line is pretty full, so that's good. There is coal coming into the secondary power section, and down this line. So that's cool. I would say the trains are actually more of a supplement. This belt is basically full. So with that, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye bye.